the first pages of the biographical sketch of the life and travels of John W. Tillman, Tillman talks about his early life in Delaware in the 1830s.
I was a slave in the sunny South in Kent County, state of Delaware, where I was born near Green's Mill, and I was Henry Green's slave. We three were put up on the block, sold like the horses and cattle. We were bought at the sale by a man named George Commons from Smyrna, and after he kept us for a while, he sold my mother away from us. That made us both sad, because we had no mother there with us.
Years later, as a teenager, Tillman plotted his flight to freedom.
I went quietly and quickly back to the house, gathered up what few things I had to take. This was the month of August, and I knew that my people were having a camp meeting at Fort Penn. I traveled on towards Wilmington and arrived within a quarter-mile of town at sundown. I saw two boys come along, driving a cow to pasture for the evening. They said that if I was a runaway, that I'd better tell them. The boys fixed a way for me to walk in between them, and I crossed the bridge and told them that I wanted to go to a colored man by the name of Benjamin Medford, and the boys pointed me there.
Medford hid Tillman in Thomas Garrett's wagon. Later, he was driven to Hammerton Village in Pennsylvania, just north of the Delaware border. Over the next few years, he would move frequently, always staying ahead of the gangs who sought cash for turning in runaways.
In 1863, there was a call for colored soldiers to go and fight for the country and liberty, so I shouldered my musket with the rest to fight for the same cause, and it made me glad when the time came for me to help save the country and get my equal liberty.
Tillman reported to Camp William Penn in Pennsylvania and was assigned to the 127th Regiment of the U.S. Colored Infantry. He served during the siege of Petersburg, Virginia, and was present at the surrender of Appomattox. His regimental flag depicts a black soldier with a rifle and the motto, "We will prove ourselves men." After the war, Tillman supported the Republican Party and reunited with his mother, who had found freedom in Lancaster County. And he rejoiced at the passing of the 15th Amendment.
After we all came home from the war, and for a good while afterwards, we hadn't been given the right to vote. A new light sprang up within me when I learned about the adoption of the 15th Amendment, and it gave we colored people a right to vote and to have a legal claim to be free citizens of the United States and to enjoy the privileges which we as men of color earned on the battlefield. And my ancestors earned a part of these rights with labor and hardships before me, of which I am more proud.
John Tillman lived the rest of his life as a free man in Pennsylvania. His Journey to Freedom was published in 1896 and was fraught with pain, sacrifice, courage, and determination. One of the few remaining original copies can be found today here at the Delaware Historical Society.